Let's be honest. How many of these have you heard growing up? More money will make you greedy. It's better to stay poor and humble. Rich people are corrupt. We don't just hear these things, we believe them. They decide what we aim for, what risks we take, and whether we even try. And here's the thing, these beliefs don't come from the Qur'an and they don't come from the Sunnah. Yet, they're keeping the Ummah financially weak. So we're going to cover where these beliefs came from, why they're so dangerous, how Islam actually views wealth, and the mindset shifts you need to break free. When much of the Muslim world was colonized, the economic systems were re-engineered to make us dependent. Our land, trade routes, and industries were taken. We were told, leave the big industries to others. Your job is to serve, not to own. Over generations, this became a silent cultural program. During the 1800s, for example, the Indian subcontinent had thriving Muslim-owned textile businesses. When the British arrived, they shut down local production, flooded the market with imported cloth, and forced tradesmen into poverty. Within one generation, an independent economic system was dismantled, leaving people dependent on colonial imports. Another major problem is that some Muslims have been taught wrongly that poverty itself is a sign of piety. This comes from mixing isolated hadith, mistranslations, and stories without full context. The Prophet ﷺ lived a very simple life, but he had access to a lot of wealth throughout his life. And we know that many of his companions were wealthy and deeply spiritual. Take Abdul Rahman ibn Auf radiallahu anh as an example, one of the wealthiest Sahaba. After migrating to Medina, leaving everything behind, he was offered half of another man's wealth. He refused. His only request was, show me the market. Within weeks, he was trading, earning profits, and later even donating hundreds of camels loaded with goods in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He died wealthy, yet humble. Another explanation for these negative beliefs is that over time, we've seen examples of corrupt politicians, greedy businessmen, and unethical tycoons. People who become rich by lying, cheating, or exploiting others. And it's natural. When you see that over and over, you start thinking, rich people are all bad. Money changes you. Wealthy people are greedy and selfish. But here's the mistake. We threw away the tool because some people misused it. It's like saying cars are evil because some people drive recklessly. The problem isn't the car, it's the driver. In the right hands, a car can save a life. In the wrong hands, it can destroy one. Money is exactly the same. If you believe wealth is dangerous, you will never actively seek it. That means you won't learn about investing, you won't start businesses, and you won't own property. Ownership is where real power lies. Look around. The most influential voices in the world have massive funding behind them. If Muslims don't control their own economic engines, we'll always depend on others to tell our stories. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't condemn wealth. He condemns arrogance, waste, and injustice. In Surah Al-Kahf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us,
المال والبنون زينة الحياة الدنيا.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls wealth Zina, a beautification of this world. It's a positive thing. It's a good thing. It adorns the life of this world. While it is not the ultimate goal, it is something that beautifies and enriches life when used the right way. When the Sahaba were preparing for the Tabuk expedition, the Prophet ﷺ called for donations. Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu personally funded 1/3 of the entire army from his own wealth. The Prophet ﷺ said in front of everyone, nothing will harm Uthman after what he has done today. So how can wealth be a bad thing? So here are 3 practical steps that can help you permanently get rid of these unfounded beliefs that are keeping us poor. Number 1, stewardship. Instead of fearing money, see yourself as its caretaker. It's not yours, it's Allah's, and it's temporarily in your hands to do good. Number 2, contribution. The most generous Muslims in history were often the most productive and the most resourceful. The more you produce, the more you contribute, the more you create, the more you can give. Number 3, divine abundance. The rizq of the entire Ummah is not a fixed pie. Helping another Muslim succeed doesn't reduce your share. In fact, it can increase it. Wealth is not the enemy. A corrupt heart is the enemy. And the heart connected to Allah will only use wealth for His pleasure. We have been taught for too long that wanting more is selfish. But in truth, wanting more to serve Allah is one of the most selfless things that you can do. Because when you have more, you can give more. You can employ others, you can feed others, you can support others. So here's how you start. Number 1, challenge your money beliefs. Every time you catch yourself saying, money will make me greedy, it's better to stay poor. Ask yourself, where is that in the Qur'an? Number 2, make dua with vision. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for wealth and the pure intention. Say, Ya Allah, if you give me wealth, let it be a means for me to serve you and uplift others. Number 3, take small, consistent action. Learn about halal business, saving, investing. Even 1 step today is better than 10 ideas tomorrow. Imagine an ummah where every Muslim family has enough, not just to survive, but to lead. The question isn't, can Muslims be wealthy? It's whether you are ready to become the kind of Muslim Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can trust with His wealth. Until the next video, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.